So if you can change and if you can upgrade your software, then how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Right? So think about this. Can you use, let's say, affirmations daily, okay, that you read or listen to or run your hands across to create a new pattern or to enforce a new pattern? Can you just use affirmations, declarations, promises, prayers? Can you visualize, okay, to simulate what it is that you want to create so that you develop a pattern? Now, if it's true, pay close attention, if it's true that the patterns that we reinforce, auditory patterns, visual patterns, emotional patterns, thought patterns, behavioral patterns, the patterns that we reinforce become dominant patterns. If I was to walk every day, if I was to jog or do yoga or Pilates or meditate, or if I was to eat healthy every day, or if I was to focus, on money-making activities every day, if I was to focus on upgrading my beliefs, upgrading my habits, upgrading my behaviors every day for 30 days, 100 days, 200 days, 500 days, whatever it is, wouldn't those patterns become dominant? Right? So how do we unlock our brain when we have been conditioned and trained to believe and feel and expect? And it's easy for us, right? It's easy for us to just keep being who we are. Why? Because our brain likes safety and comfort zones, and our brain wants to conserve energy. So because it's looking to conserve energy, at the same time that it's predicting the behavior, predicting the outcome, predicting, right? Predicting what may happen, and it's just gotten used to it, we need to be really good at interrupting, disempowering, or weak neuromuscles and creating empowering new ones. Now, some of you are asking, well, how do I do this? Amy, I love to hear your story. So can you send me an email on Winning of Money every night? Right? So how do we do this? Well, I want you to imagine this. Okay, let's use a different analogy for a moment. If you were out of shape, physical shape, okay, how would you get back in shape? Like, what would you do? Let's be realistic, logical. If you're out of shape, you've been out of shape, you're overweight, you're not as healthy as you can be, right? What would you do if you made a commitment to be in shape? Okay? Can you just type in the chat? Like, what would you do? Like, what would you do? Right? If you were committed to being in shape, and let's talk about physically right now, what would you do to break the pattern, the software? So somebody says you could diet, you can exercise, you can sleep well, right? Get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, so you reduce your cortisol levels and reduce your leptin levels. So diet, go to the gym, visualize, motivate. Willie says start gradually, right? You can create a vision board and see yourself, right, in shape. Right? You can start with small steps. You can get an accountability partner. You can join a gym. You can hire a coach. You can ask a family member or friend if she or he would like to, start small so you can develop the habits, Magic Touch 321, right? So what are habits? Habits are automatic combinations of thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations, and behaviors that are all automatic to do without thought. But to get to a habit, right? To get to a habit, we have to start, all right, with how we think, right? We have to continue with how do we feel, motivated or unmotivated? Well, how do we get motivated? How do we stay motivated? Then we need to know what are the behaviors that we want to take. So we want to work on an inner game and an outer game.